Well, you didn't have to do that. Welcome to the Australian Television Network, which is, of course, lot 131 in the Quintex catalogue. Of course, Quintex is in the hands of the receivers, and Mr. Crawford, I'm not talking Hector Crawford, Mr. David Crawford, or Davo, as I've come to know and respect him. The old Davo, if you're watching, I salute you, sir. A receiver's receiver, the old receiver. Of course, there have been it's fair to say there have been a few cutbacks here at Network 7, spearheading next year's children's lineup. We've got Thin Cat and Friends, and they're thinking about the friend at the moment. And the cat has been spayed. Home and Away will be, well, it's not so much home and away, it's sort of home and around the backyard area. Compost heap, Paul. That's
I got it. It was terrific.
And Sunday movies. Don't think we haven't got Sunday movies on the Australian Television Network. We've got, as we speak, the program director is tying up the deal with our local video shop as we speak. And of course, they have taken away Darren Hinch's stationery allowance, which is sad news for all of us. He's now paying for his own notepaper, pens, shame files, sludge files, the odd pedophile. He's a broken man, Dave O'Darren. He's a broken man. Can barely bring himself to name, 4 pedophiles a night these days. It's absolutely pathetic. He took Jackie out to dinner the other night, got her pissed, and tried to get her to drive home just so he could fill up the shame file. Pathetic. Well, yes. The latest financial cuts here at Australian Television Network, they will not even be supplying, this is a fact, they will not even be supplying toilet brushes. So we have had to improvise, and I really must say, Darren's been pretty big about the whole thing. Can he sue us for that, Kev? Do you think he could? He probably could. God damn it. Don't think we haven't got guests on this show. We have got guests coming out of our ear holes on this show in receivership. Michelle Pfeiffer is apparently flying into Australia as we speak. I got that off a friend who was a friend of a friend, and we have our cameras at the airport for a live interview as she steps off the plane. Michelle Pfeiffer. And there in fact is the, can you hear me? Hello? That is not Michelle, is it?
No, who are you?
I see, good. Okay, the cameras are ready to roll out at the airport as we speak. Multi-gold medal winning Olympian Murray Rose will be talking to me about things. I'll be talking to Murray, but not nearly as much as I'll be talking to Michelle. And fresh from tonight's international final of the ABC's riveting quiz series, University Challenge, sale of the century on Valium, the thinking man's Tony Barber, Dr. Magnus Clark. In fact, we actually have we have set up, courtesy of the Australian Television Network's race cam technology, what we are calling green room cam, and we have accessed the green room, which is 30 feet away, and I am now controlling. I have Peter Brock standing there with this on his helmet. I will just zoom in here. Magnus, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Steve.
That is Dr. Magnus Clark. I'll be looking forward to talking to you later, Magnus.
That'll be great, Steve.
Excellent. Dr. Magnus Clark, and of course one of the great singers of the country, but not nearly as good as Michelle Pfeiffer, Steve Cummings will join the Grabowski Band. And they will be presenting, of course, a musical salute to Norman May. And, of course, Stevie Wonder will be joining us as usual and doing what he does best, juggling. He won't be juggling at all. I just made that bit up. There'll be tap dancing. Paul Grabowski and the band, please.
The band's got a name.
The band has a name?
The band has a beautiful name.
What is the name of the band?
The band is called the Groovematics.
I think we'll be having a little competition very soon for a band name. That is the name that you have selected, is it?
I thought of it myself.
Now, Paul, you are aware, of course, as we all are, that in fact there has been a drug incident at the Commonwealth Games. An Indian weightlifter was caught with some traces of anabolic steroids, as were there were traces also of milk of magnesia in 2 of the lawn bowlers' blood tests. But because of this, we have decided to set up our own testing unit under the auspices of the International Tonight Show Medical Testing Unit. A doctor and a nurse who are standing over there, and as guests and as members of the audience pass through this show over the next week, we will be conducting random urine tests. And anybody who fails the test will, of course, be banned from appearances on Tonight shows for, 10 years? A period of 10 years, or an offer from the Ray Martin show, whichever comes first. I just made that up. And I wish I hadn't said that. Ray's looking pretty good at the Commonwealth Games. He looks like he's at NASA control. I'm waiting for Dr. Wright to land on the moon. One small step for mankind. Jennifer Kite, our new singer. Come on, she's not that good. I mean, take away the fact that she's attractive and leggy and smart and articulate and, she's a loser, frankly. So, Jennifer, how are you?
I'm just fine. I'm trying to get used to doing news in front of an audience. This is a new experience.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, and with you as well.
That's good. With me as an audience. I thought we weren't going to go into that sort of whole area. Jennifer, have you got some headlines for us, please?
Yes, we do, Steve. And as Steve mentioned earlier, the Commonwealth Games making lots of news tonight. It has been a day of triumph, heartbreak and controversy. The triumph side, of course, is that tonight 6 more medals for Australia, which is great. In other news tonight, disturbing evidence on drug abuse at the inquest into a New South Wales bus tragedy. A Greenies protest reaches new heights. In Brisbane, an offer of an Iron Curtain baby given a chance for life. And why an airliner ran out of fuel before a crash that killed 73 people. And McDonald's taking Moscow by storm. Now, that's a great story, and I'll be back with these stories and a lot more later in the show.
Well, that's McDonald's in Moscow.
McDonald's in Moscow.
Be able to get a McGorby or something. Hey, Jen, we got a telegram from Christopher Skase.
What did it say?
It said, "Good luck, Bert." But he meant well, and
well,
plus
that's a start, Steve.
It's a start, and plus he's pretty hard pressed in the canteen at the moment, to be frank. We'll be back with more just after this. Bit of TV gossip. Apparently 9 is moving out event up against us here at 10:30. It's a sort of thing, she's keen on me. I think that's what it boils down to. That's just between you and me. We have stolen this thing from American television, David Letterman show to be precise, and it's a thing we call the top 7. It's basically top 7 things, but you'll see what they are when we do them. I'm sorry, Paul?
I'm giving some extremely important directions to the band, Steve.
Not when I'm talking, please, Paul.
Okay.
Tonight, the top 7 excuses used by a Commonwealth Games athlete after his drug test has come through positive. Number 7. Oh, good, yeah. Number 7. Sorry, I was out for coffee with Alex Watson last night. Number 6. Yes, I know, I'm doing it for the drugs. The 5th best excuse, I'm preparing for a career after sport. I want to be a Queensland policeman. 4, hey, I know drugs make you perform better, and sure there are side effects like impotence, hair growth in funny places, and even death, but what's that compared to the thrill of throwing a flat bit of metal and seeing where it lands? That's funny. The 3rd top excuse used by a Commonwealth Games athlete after his drug test has come through positive. You're kidding. I thought that guy's curry tasted a bit funny. Number 2, whoops, I must have accidentally drunk Ben Johnson's urine sample. And the top excuse used by a Commonwealth Games athlete after his test has come through positive, of course I'm on drugs. How else do you expect me to listen to Daryl Eastlake's commentary? Now, we're going 5 nights a week and we're going live, and quite clearly we're going to run out of those after about 3 days. So this is where you come in. We have set up some viewer faxes so that you viewers at home can in fact fax in. Now, the number of the viewer fax is, Kevin, it's in fact the number appearing on the screen, 008 032 077. I'll say that number again, 008 032 077, and we have 2 faxes over there. Ted, can we cover Ted, our director, a Vietnam veteran director? The big fax over there is what we call the father fax, and the small one is, of course, the mother faxer. Not a problem with that, is there? No problem with that. Okie dokie. Had no luck with Michelle Pfeiffer. We are in fact going straight on to Murray Rose, are we? Right. Murray Rose. Yes, indeed. One question for you people at home. What has 6 gold Olympic medals, 4 gold Commonwealth Games medals, never swims less than 3,000 metres 3 times a week? It's not Lisa and Grant. By golly, it's not. He resides in California. He's about to, at the age of 51, become a father for the first time. The Australian Olympian champion and obviously a slow learner about the facts of life, Murray Rose. Hey, welcome aboard, Murray.
Thanks, man.
51 years old. It took a bit of a while there.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I don't want to pry, but, is there a problem or anything?
I always believed in a lot of serious training, before you run up to the big event.
That's terrific. And so do you know whether it's a boy or girl?
Yes.
Do you want to explore that a little further? Are you sharing it with anybody, or are you...
We've not shared it with too many. National audience, it's a boy.
It's a boy?
It's a boy.
Oh, that's terrific. Congratulations.
It's a boy that we would like to bring up in Australia, and I've been in the United States for a long time and have the unfortunate problem of having an American accent because I've been there, but now I think it's time to come home, and we're working very hard at doing that. We want to do it.
That's great, that's great.
And the reason I'm down here right now, since I've got the...
Well, no, you asked the question. Yeah, what are you doing down here, Murray?
I am with the Melbourne Olympic Bid Committee, and we're trying to get, of course, the Olympic Games back to Melbourne in 1996. My first Olympics was in 1956, which was a magic moment in my life. And
Because you won how many medals at that?
I won 3.
Three
yeah.
gold
Three golds,
medals,
yes.
which was that's not unlike myself.
Yes, yes.
The school under 16B relay races. So.
You did.
That's no big deal anyway.
You just had a baby, too.
I did. A little girl called
little girl.
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Congratulations.
Little girl called Stephanie.
Anyway, we would
Yes,
like to give you this gift from the Melbourne Bid Committee.
Oh, that's terrific.
With our logo, and
There it is, right there.
yeah, there you
Can
go.
See that?
And maybe one day you can put it on.
Yeah, or give it to Stephanie. Or even wipe things of Stephanie's up with. What is your fondest memory of that time, Murray? I mean, the fact 3 gold medals isn't bad, but what is your fondest memory?
Oh, I have so many. I mean, it was such a special time for me. I mean, walking into the Olympic Village in 1956 was a magic moment. And then, of course, the
Streaking through the
streaking.
village?
No, we didn't do any streaking. I mean, the first thing that happened to us after we entered the Olympic Village was there was a drill sergeant waiting for us when we arrived at our headquarters, and he said, "Okay, everybody out for a march." So we went up and we marched for 2 hours straight so that we looked good. But we accepted that. I mean, that was a different era, and we all wanted to look good and we wanted to march in step. So we marched for 2 hours. And of course, by the time we got into the opening ceremony, everybody had blisters on their feet.
That was great. I mean, you wouldn't get a lot of that happening now.
No, no way. And then standing in the opening ceremony and watching Clarkey run the torch in and everything. I mean, I remember it very vividly. And then, of course, one of the other magic moments in the Olympic ceremony is the doves, which are a symbol of peace and a symbol of the Olympic Games, are released.
And they were marching too?
No, but they released 2.
Right.
And right on my jacket, which was...
And how come you I mean, you look really fit for 51. You look fantastic.
Thanks, mate.
What's the secret? Obviously not having a kid till 51 to start
Yeah,
with.
that's it. Yeah, check me out in 10 years.
What is the secret?
I try to keep in shape. I do quite a bit of swimming, and as you said,
Dietary, anything?
yeah, I still follow a diet. I mean, as I was known for a diet when I was swimming, and I still try to eat very simply.
What's in your diet?
Just a lot of simple foods, except when I'm on the road and when I'm in Melbourne. But basically, just what now has become a natural regime of eating with a lot of complex carbohydrates and all those sort of good things. Dropped off the seaweed, which I was known
Seaweed?
for. Yeah, when I was swimming, I was known for seaweed.
Getting it caught around your legs, or?
Yeah, well, that too. Yeah,
No, you ate seaweed a lot.
I ate seaweed a lot when I was swimming. Yes. Yeah.
What did that do?
Well, it got me closer to the water.
But did it do? What does seaweed do?
Well, seaweed is very rich in minerals, and my father did a lot of studying of nutrition when I was growing up, and began to get into competition. And he recognized that minerals are a very important part of an athlete's dietary program, and so he started to feed me this seaweed. And I ate it.
Any seaweed recipes you'd like to share with us? What you were voted in? I was reading in 1982, with Dawn Fraser equally, the most respected or revered of all of Australia's Olympic athletes and champions by all of the other Olympic athletes.
Yep. I think greatest is the word you.
That was the word I was searching for. All of the athletes that ate the most seaweed.
That, by the way, was one of the greatest honours that I ever received.
Yeah, I can well imagine.
Yeah.
But Murray, we're going to have to take a break. Will you stay with us?
Right. Yeah,
Please do.
love to.
We'll be back after the break with a few little seaweed tips for us. Yeah, the Australian Television Network in receivership, just to prove that our fax machine works. we have been flooded with faxes. This one from Highland Shoe Store. If you really want to put your foot in it, come and see me. Just keep that quality of stuff coming in, folks. Now, Michelle Pfeiffer at the airport, we've got some technology set up. Michelle, are we having any luck at the airport? Have we got the camera out there? That is not Michelle Pfeiffer, really, is it?
Is that Steve Vizard?
Yeah.
How come you're following me around?
Looking for Michelle Pfeiffer.
How did you know she was here?
Not a scary Michelle Pfeiffer on that one, is there? Look, Michelle Pfeiffer is one of those great names in the entertainment world. She's beautiful, she's talented, she's intelligent, and unfortunately we haven't got her on the show tonight. Now, you would expect on your opening show you would have an international sort of star, but unfortunately, in lieu of Michelle Pfeiffer, I'm going to have to introduce, reluctantly I must say, my office secretary, direct from the small country town of Yark. Yark's answer to Michelle Pfeiffer, Leanne Rowland. Hi, Leanne.
Hi, Steve.
You weren't responsible for trying to organise Michelle Pfeiffer, were you?
No.
Just as well, because you would have been fired.
No.
How's things in the office? A lot happening in the office?
It's really good at the moment, yeah.
Any
Thanks
problems
for
you'd
the
like-
rise. Thanks.
Which rise would that be?
That $20 one you gave me the other day.
Oh, hey, it was no
Remember?
big deal. Do you know Murray?
No, I know.
How are you? This is
You're not
riveting, isn't it?
hosting the
Riveting
Commonwealth
stuff.
Games.
No. I'm in Melbourne.
Right.
Leanne, you have brought your photographs of Yark just when we were sort of questioning whether in fact we would get them. Leanne, can we have a look at the Yark photographs? Would you like to share them with Murray and myself?
Sure. This is the Yark homestead.
Oh, that's lovely.
Steve.
That is the Yark homestead.
This is a really interesting one, Murray. This is the sheep dancing.
That is the sheep dancing.
The waltzing Matilda, as it were.
Waltzing donkey.
Oh.
This donkey used to chase cats around
Oh,
the
yes.
farm, and we had to get him done. And that's sort of just before he was being done.
Leanne's donkey just before it was done.
This is stick on this.
You've never seen Michelle Pfeiffer, have you?
No, it's Michelle Pfeiffer.
God damn it.
Don't.
If only Michelle
What's she
Pfeiffer was here. Anyway,
This is our cocky. He used to eat meat. There's another example of the cocky in the dog's kennel.
meat eating. That is Leanne's meat eating cocky.
That's me with my cat,
That is Leanne.
Snowy. The cat's Snowy.
I bet you when you won gold all those years ago, you never thought you'd be sitting here looking at Leanne's.
I've got some really
Cat.
good ones. This is my personal favourite. My chickens. Chickens, Steve?
Chickens, there we go, Leanne's chickens from Yark.
This is my horse Pegasus I got on Christmas Day, and she's wrapped up in little
Yep,
tinsel.
okay,
tinsel
good.
horse.
Tinsel on the horse Pegasus. Magic stuff.
This is me with my brothers.
Which is
Mark,
you?
Dean and Cam. I'm the one with the mouse one
Oh,
on.
good.
That's
All right, good.
me with my brothers.
Oh, right. Well, look, there's something fascinating. I was just about to do a bank job.
This one is I think it's the start of something big.
Right, what were
This
you
one,
doing?
Being a helicopter.
Right, Leanne being a helicopter.
This is me and my boyfriend Dean at the zoo. Dean Mounter. Hi.
Dean Mounter, your boyfriend.
Peter and Turner. Dean, the Peter and Turner. Okay,
Oh,
quick, one of Dad.
Where's Michelle
One
Pfeiffer,
of Dad,
please?
Steve, one of Dad. One of
That's
Dad.
your father.
That's Mum.
That is
Happy.
Leanne's father. Get this. Leanne, look, on that note,
Quickly, I've just got this little thing I whipped up for you, Steve.
thanks for the invitation to appear on the premiere of Tonight Live with Steve Vizard. Regarding the appearance fee for tonight, you'd be joking. Please make the cheque payable to Billy Geitz and One Simpson washing machine. Total amount. Thanks, Leanne. We'll be back with more in just a moment. Michelle Pfeiffer, please. Hey, Murray and I were just talking about that 15-year-old swimmer, Hayley Lewis. I mean, she's something else, isn't she?
She's terrific.
Imagine her when she gets back to school. She's going to shit on the others in show and tell. Hey, we've got some great Australian talent. Steve Cummings is a great singer, and tonight he's going to sing his version of the Prince cover song 1999. Please welcome Steve Cummings.
I was dreaming when I wrote this, so soon if it goes astray. When I woke up this morning, I thought it was Judgment Day. Well, the sky was full of purple, people running everywhere. Running from destruction, I tell you, Jack, I didn't care. 2000 party over, up, out of time. Tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1999. Even when I wrote this, the world goes so fast. Yeah, it's just a party and parties ain't meant to last. The sky was full of purple, yeah, people running everywhere. Running from destruction, I tell you, Jack, I didn't care. 2000 party over, up, outside. Tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1999. 1999. Check it out, check it out.
Cummins. We'll be back with more after this. Bit of bad news for the receivers of Quintex today. It was discovered that Christopher Scase's gold teeth are in fact in his wife's name. Unfortunate but true. We'll find out what the latest news is with Jennifer Kate. Jennifer.
Thank you, Steve. Hello again, and we lead the bulletin with the highs and lows of the Commonwealth Games. There were more highs for Australia tonight when our weightlifters took over from where the swimmers left off earlier in the day. Another 6 medals to add to what's shaping up as a record haul for this country. But as Bruce McAvaney tells us, not everything's golden at the Auckland Games.
Jennifer, it's been a quiet old night in Auckland with very few medals up for grabs. The cycling was washed out and the swimming and athletics had already been completed. But at long last, Australia's weightlifters have started to strike some form. Australia's weightlifters have had a very disappointing Commonwealth Games, but giant Victorian Stephen Kettner came away with 3 bronze medals tonight. Kettner got a bronze in the snatch, the clean and jerk and the overall, but he was beaten by a smaller but even stronger Welshman named Andrew Davies. Games veteran Jenny Donat goes into tomorrow's final of the 3-metre springboard with a 2-point lead after tonight's preliminary round. Donat, a gold medalist way back in Brisbane 8 years ago, was in excellent form and must fancy her chances of joining the Australian gold rush tomorrow. Queensland boxer Stephen Scriggins is assured of a Commonwealth medal after his quarter-final win over Zambia's Danny Falanzi in the light welterweight division. The 189-centimetre tall Scriggins in the blue used fancy footwork to dictate the pace and style of the fight, winning on majority points 3-2. The 19-year-old is the 4th Australian to make it through to a semi-final.
He's done it. Yes, he knows it.
In the pool, Julie McDonald and Janelle Elford, closest to camera, staged the race of the games in the women's 800 metres. The pair, who featured in a pre-games conflict, turned this event into a personal war. Throughout the race, Super Mac and Big Red swapped the lead, keeping an eye on one another all the way.
But coming back, Elford, McDonald, McDonald, Elford, McDonald, I think.
I did it for my granddad. He passed away not long ago, and I just wanted to win for him.
Flintoff King had the perfect draw. Lane 3 inside her English rival Sally Gunnell. Gunnell challenged Debbie with a very fast first 200 metres, and Flintoff King was faced with the daunting task to produce another soul-like finish.
Stumbled, and Gunnell has caused a major upset.
Debbie lost her chance when she hit the final hurdle, and for a moment she was under the threat of disqualification for running out of her lane. Obviously disappointed, Debbie was philosophical about her defeat.
Yes, I'm disappointed. I would have liked to have got first, but she was better than me on the day, and that's what matters.
And in tomorrow's marathon, Rob De Castella is chasing an historic 3rd successive gold medal. But Deke faces a tremendous challenge from the Africans, in particular Kenya's world champion Douglas Wakahiri and another great Aussie distance runner, the boy from Ballarat, Steve Monaghetti.
Certainly, I think the public are yelling for a victory, but, well, we'll just see how it goes, and hopefully at least we'll get the green and gold up there between one of us.
And being a betting man, I'm putting my money on Steve Monaghetti in tomorrow's marathon. Back to you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Bruce. And back home, another contest, this one between loggers, police and greenies on the New South Wales south coast today, but no one was handing out medals.
Basically, someone has to sit up here and try and save the wilderness.
That someone today was Paul Rodden. His effort to save the wilderness was undertaken 20 metres in the air above the main roadway into the Harris-Dyshour sawmill near Eden in New South Wales. It took the police rescue squad and a crane to remove him. And in Grafton today, disturbing evidence at the inquest into the deaths of 20 people in the first of 2 horrible bus crashes on the Hume Highway late last year. Police told the court total responsibility lay with the truck driver, David Hutchins. His blood showed more than 80 times the recommended dose of the stimulant ephedrine. Eastern Europe has become one huge story of escape, and tonight a baby from Hungary is in a Brisbane hospital needing more than just a new life, rather life itself. Tiny Yannicka Shimon was born without bile ducts. There's no hope for him in his hometown in Hungary. So his mother Maria has brought him to Brisbane, hoping for a liver transplant. The bills so far have been paid by friends back home, but they need $30,000 more.
I ask, I pray. It's the worst thing to pray for money, but if it is done for the child, I am not ashamed.
Back in Yannicka's home territory, massive crowds continue to demand the end of the Communist Party. Opposition groups in Romania are seeking to share power with the National Salvation Front before elections in May. Earlier today, protesters in Bucharest pushed through a ring of troops and tanks calling for democracy now. And in the United States, investigators have been trying to find out what caused a Colombian airliner to run out of fuel before it crashed on the outskirts of New York, killing 73 people. Tonight, they know. The Avianca Boeing was primed for disaster when it left Bogota bound for the US. Aboard was 10,000 gallons of fuel, enough for the flight to New York and delays totaling 90 minutes. In fact, the delays totaled 89 minutes, just too long for the airliner. Now it's been reported that the pilot told air traffic control he was running short of fuel nearly 50 minutes before the crash. Well, first it was the shock of glasnost, then the pain of perestroika. Now, McDonald's are about to open the world's biggest hamburger restaurant in Moscow. The Russians just continue to suffer.
This is not the sort of welcome customers usually receive in a Moscow restaurant. But no cold shoulders or blank stares here this weekend as the young counter staff practiced on family and friends. Like good service, the concept of part-time work is new. But one newspaper ad for 630 jobs drew 27,000 applications with $1.50 or about $3.50 an hour salary. The leading item on the menu is not a Bolshoi Gamburger, but a Cyrillic phonetic version of the American original. And in the spirit of perestroika and democracy, no special treatment for party officials and bureaucrats.
Well, I wonder if they have to queue for a Big Mac. Steve, would you queue for a McDonald's hamburger?
I do every night, as a matter of fact.
You do? A weakness there.
Thanks, Jen. We have had our first request for a random drug test of a guest, and unfortunately, Leanne Rollins from Yark, please, up behind the screen. Leanne, I'm sorry. Hi, Jen.
Hi, Steve.
Heck, we're sort of running a bit out of time, and unfortunately we haven't got to Magnus Clark, who is still in the green room. Magnus, are you there in the green room? I have the race cam here.
Yes,
Magnus just moving right in here.
Yeah. No, I'm over there.
Poor Magnus.
How are you, mate? What's that you have beside you, Magnus?
Look, never mind that. Look, while I've been waiting, I've made the world's smallest paper aeroplane. Can you see that? And it really flies too. Watch.
The host of University Challenge, Magnus Clark. Magnus, incidentally, mate, what colour is yak's milk?
When it's fresh or when it's gone off?
Thank you, Magnus Clark. Magnus,
yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Will you come back tomorrow and we'll get you on and I apologise.
Oh, no worry, these things happen. Yeah, I'll come back.
Have a good night, mate. Magnus Clark. Now, Jennifer, we have a bit of a treat because you, in fact, have the headlines for not today's but tomorrow's paper.
Tomorrow's paper, yes, Steve. This is going to be a regular segment. We have a little preview of tomorrow's top news, and we get the front pages hot off the press.
Mm-hmm.
We do have the Courier Mail from Brisbane, and they have a sensational story tomorrow. The Premier has actually sacked all the major state instrumentalities, such as the State Government Insurance Office, things like that. It's a purge of bureaucracy set up by the Bjelke-Petersen government.
Gee.
Now, that is the paper we have there. We did get the age in, but the photograph hasn't turned out, and the age, along with a lot of other of tomorrow's dailies, are actually leading with the announcement by the federal government of increased military aid to Papua New Guinea because of all the trouble up there in Bougainville. So that's a little sneak preview of tomorrow's major stories.
Yeah, the Bougainville thing's interesting. They're still having trouble getting all of those expats to leave Bougainville. I mean, I think they'd rather take their chances with the guys with machine guns and get on an Air New Guinea flight, is what I think it is. Is that defamatory? I think it could be.
I think it could be.
God damn it. Now we have the weather. We got the weather. The weather is presented by an Olympian, a Commonwealth Games gold medalist, Murray Rose, please. Murray is in fact standing in front of a map of Australia done by Weg the cartoonist. Murray, Brisbane 27 degrees.
Ah!
It's been a long time out of the country, Murray, hasn't it?
Did you say Darwin, mate? I'm just trying to see where it goes.
Sydney 25, mate.
Sydney 25.
A real long
There it is.
Canberra 20.
I have to tell you, I did this for 6 months in Perth.
So you've actually trained for this event?
1962, I trained for it. I was the Lisa Curry of the 62 Olympic Games.
Yeah. Canberra 29 degrees, mainly fine.
Now I got it.
There we go. Melbourne 38 degrees, windy, total fire ban.
No, I wasn't 38 today.
No, this is tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
It's a little system we use in Australia.
We do the weather the next day?
Yeah, I know. Call us crazy. Hobart 29, rain later.
Where?
Hobart, mate. Hobart. It's a little island down the bottom. Hobart 29, rain later. Adelaide 38 and windy. There we go. Perth 24, fine and windy. Darwin 33. Yes, there you go. Darwin 33 late storms. Alice Springs 42 and hot. And Yark, of course, is 38. Murray Rose. Hey, now, if you could send in weather maps, we'll be going through those at a great rate of knots as well. So if anyone would like to send in a weather map, we'll be making our own up every day. Well, that's it for tonight. Tomorrow we have got Kylie Minogue, Fred Skepsey and Magnus Clark. That's it. Good night, Australia.